now.
90%.
And complexity, they're rocking a 62% across 8 maps. So it's not like it's a terrible map for complexity, but they've lost to mouse sports and they've lost a big.
Yeah, one thing
last two games.
One thing that's true is that there is no guarantee of a victory for Heroic, but complexity have it all to do. That much is to be acknowledged. Poison will look to start off as he means to go on the outside with the USP. No kills just yet, but he's seen more than one opponent. Nuke for Heroic. A stronghold of a map. Lots of players spotted outside, but the opening kill will go the way of Heroic, and then some afterwards as well. Haven't dropped a player just yet, heading towards Hell now. Plenty of sound cues for complexity, and Config wonders what he might have to do to turn things around here, as he is, I was going to say the last one standing, but he dies soon after Blamef does. Utterly deleted by the Glocks and such in the pistol.
That's all over the place. I mean, impeccable timing to peek behind, I believe that was Poison who got caught by that flash. That was so unfortunate for him. It felt like he had the timing to take a fight, and he ate that flash full on, and that really just started the ball rolling for Heroic, never stopping with the pressure all the way through Decon, all the way through Hell, rather. And then just never letting go. Heroic now with the strong start again, but that's what I said on Mirage, you know? Oh, this is all over the place.
Second flash eaten by TSS. That was a team flash, an accident for them, but maybe they have a chance to stabilize. More utility to be deployed by Heroic. Maybe a resmoke of main as well. HE's not too shabby. There's a smoke grenade, which will certainly help keep control of things. Refresh clearing the lobby area. The rest of the team holding angles on the bomb site itself.
I feel like every time you see a MAC-10 go by, you should just hear like an F1 sound, you know, wow. Just F1 peaks just flying through the air.
Flying past.
It's just all over the place. That guy just threw himself in there and created maximum amount of space, maximum amount of room for his teammates to work with. But that was certainly a no-fear approach to the round from Heroic. Straight out onto the A site. And that is going to put Complexity in a safe situation. Complexity going to hold on to the Deagles and the Scout for the next round, where they are going to eat another round of eco. And it's Heroic feeling good. 2-0. Strong start here. So this is definitely where we gotta get to figure out what it is exactly that Heroic have in store for us. I mean, another round of anti-eco here, James. So
yep, we've got the Scout and Poison. He managed to hold on to that. So there may be some fun to be had, some warm-up for Poison maybe, or perhaps it just gets deleted immediately. We shall see. But Heroic will be perfectly fine starting on the T side, especially having won the pistol as well. Very early grenades into A. If there was any intention from Complexity regarding A, utility and such, maybe it's deployed early, but there isn't. Just a Scout and a few pistols, really. Squeaky's been blown off. Smoke on the outside. And another one. You can see Config down the stairs. Having a look, making it awkward. Refresh ready to hunt with the MAC-10. MAC-10's been very useful today. That's quite a gap we're seeing. No connection from Poison just yet, though. And Heroic maybe not wanting to expose themselves, overexpose themselves, let's say. They'll fall back with Refresh in position with the MAC-10. Still making some sound here, but lots of jiggling, not wanting to get 1D. Config has an off angle, however. We'll see if Refresh has the attention to detail. Flash to the left, look to the right. Nice work from Refresh. It's the opening kill of the round.
nicely done. Well, again, round of eco for Complexity, so Heroic should be feeling pretty comfortable. They're going with the Death Brawl approach, which is what we expect to see. Stick together and don't make it possible for Heroic to spin things out of control. If you're always within range of one another, you can trade the kills effectively. Nice little flank shot there from Blamef, though, going to catch Refresh looking the wrong way, but that was the MAC-10. So that's fine. You lost the MAC-10. You still have the AKs alive. Going to work. Good info gain.
Yeah.
Still another one on the upper side, though. Let's see. Chance here for JKS to get cheeky.
It's only 10 seconds on the clock. He gets 2 kills out of it. That is unbelievable. Blamef in the clutch now. I wouldn't put it past him. He knows the player in the rafters has been tagged with the Scout. Heading towards Squeaky. The door's been blown off. So it gives him an angle to make it onto the site. One was rafters, one planting the bomb. Blamef will no doubt go for this. Nobody spotted at the rafters just yet. Sees a rifle to his right-hand side. There's the spider hut. Just as he pulls out the rifle, the timing is perfect for Heroic. And they keep the clean sheets. Dangerous for a second. Well then, Complexity, the uphill struggle begins. They're on their first buy round. The AWP is out for Poison. Okay, fills up some grenades as well. Had 950 in the bag for a while there. But here we are with the full buy. 5 AK-47s for Heroic. If they want an NAWP, maybe they'll take it from Poison.
And no smoke early in the yard for Complexity. They are so limited on the nades. They're playing very conservatively here. Normally we'll see one either in front of Big Red or out through the first boxes where Refresh happens to be standing, just to create some room to work with, some room to maneuver with outside, and to maybe slow Heroic down. But we do not see that this round here for Complexity. They are trying to hold on to these nades. They're very light on the nades, and so they're trying to play with that in mind. Smoke wall goes up here from Heroic, though.
Oh my God.
Poison.
That is just rude at that point. Storm forces the issue, had a timing with the grenade flying past, collided, but still his bullets will collide with the head of Config, and we have rotation downstairs. That can be heard by Heroic. Poison creeping, and Cadian's ready for him. Into the A site they go. JKS, man like JKS, 3K sprayed and on the A bomb site, leaving Storm alone with 1 HP. A turnaround again. Even with a P250, put in some work on the round prior, and he's done one better on this occasion.
1 health. Can you see it? 1v3 clutch?
No.
No, you're not on board.
I am a non-believer. I got killed by a flashbang yesterday.
Wow, okay, that doesn't happen very often.
Yep.
What was the occasion? Which map?
I don't even remember what map it was.
You just get your grind on so hard. I mean, casting.
I think it was Dust 2, Dust
playing.
2v bomb site, yeah. I was here until 10:30, I think, last night.
Ooh, guess what? Oh, JKS thinks better of peeking. Wants to hold on to that AK. Realizes that the AWP has been picked up. So time to back off. But that was a must-win duel there for Poison. Really sets it up. So unfortunate, though. If you're Heroic, I mean, at that point, you're thinking this is good to go, and then JKS is there to just utterly ruin the day for you.
That spray was as beautiful as the man himself. And Complexity really needed that. Again, they are up against it here on Nuke. That was their first buy round. Heroic with a second crack at the whip here. We see 3 Galils and some shortage of utility for them. But that really gives Complexity some breathing room. If they can win this one and put the T's on Eco, then they may have a different half to what it was potentially looking like. Still early doors, of course. Opening kill, and Blameff has dropped on the outside. Config moving into a more aggressive position. Refresh is waiting for him. Here comes the swing. And there will be more problems for Complexity. We see a lobby push in the meantime, but being checked for by Storm. The bomb's got to get its skates on now and head towards the B bomb site. But Poison is here with an off angle, got himself a 1v1, looking for a second one, Poison. Refresh is kind of trapped now, above and below, surrounded by CTs. And he's not quite with his teammates. Cadian may be looking for a plan B. Does he look away, Refresh? Or Poison might have an angle.
They may wrap around to the upper side here. I mean, Cadian is about to open this up. Rush is still holding. Question of whether or not Cadian can find him. Yeah, those boxes make it tricky.
Oh, so fast, Rush. Fast and ready. Tesses collects the bomb. Cadian just about there. Rush deleted as well. Now, surely, okay, thought maybe he'll drop the bomb and stay on the high ground. But Cadian has an angle. I'm not sure where Poison's coming from. It does appear to be the ramp. Into the lobby he goes, and Cadian is posted up, and he's ready for it. One more bullet would have been enough, but Heroic will deliver the frags and put Complexity into eco territory.
Even Cadian shakes his head there at the end, like, oh, I don't even believe I got that kill. That is ridiculous that he manages to find it. They knew where Poison was coming from, because he got that kill on the lower bomb site earlier, right?
Yeah.
So they knew that he was somewhere around there initially. So that gives him an idea, but still, for Cadian to put himself in a position to take that duel, it's pretty crazy that he hits that shot. So 4-1, and that utterly ruins Complexity. Complexity not going to go for this weird half-buy sort of scenario. Stout, no, I thought that he had made it down, but he gets denied.
Yeah, Complexity is still very dangerous, even with a rifle that's just one rifle and that's not an AWP. We saw all the rounds they won on Mirage, which were most unlikely. And it must be respected. That rifle has been lost, however. Poison picks up a MAC-10.
Tessus's aim is so nutty sometimes. It just looks so clean. Oh, and he spots him getting into CT spawn. Get wrecked. Oh, Config, that's so frustrating.
Oh, team headshot, and that's going to cost Cadian, but the AWP will be collected. A small detail in a big round for Heroic. Complexity on the buy once again. Already some issues here. We can see BlameF with the FAMAS. See what kind of grenades they have as well, Complexity. It may spur them on to be even more aggressive to make up for any perceived shortcomings.
And we are getting a tech timeout called here by Complexity. So looks like Config may be the one. Yep, Config. PC froze, so hopefully we'll be able to get that squared away. Hopefully we'll be able to get that squared away. What is a black screen? I've heard of blue screen, obviously, but what's black screen? How is that a thing?
I've had frozen screen before.
Yeah.
Where I can still move in Counter-Strike and hear stuff, but the screen does not update. It's just frozen. So I have to restart the game.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's just what's going on here for Config. Just a quick restart.
Yeah, maybe it's... I mean, it's essentially the same thing, I suppose. There's some weird bugs in the game. I'm sure he'll be back shortly.
Indeed. And well, as far as the rest of Complexity are concerned, this is the big buy round for them. Really, they're really just waiting for the day where they're going to be able to afford full grenades on Complexity side. I'm sure they would really love to have, you know, a little more to work with in terms of setting up their default defense. Config has rejoined. He still doesn't have enough money to full buy, so he's going to have to cut some corners as well. And this is really just going to be an unfortunate situation here. Both teams signaling that they are ready to go. We are back in the mix. Countdown has begun to get the round started. Let's see. What does Config buy?
Eat, sleep, play.
There it is.
Guacamole.
Eat, sleep, play, repeat, I'm assuming. All right. No kit. Light on the nades. Complexity, though, they've got the firepower, they've got the rifles, and they have the AWP on Poison. So we saw how effective he was outside earlier. BlameF again is going to be the guy to do the work here. And Poison finding a shot on refresh early on.
All 5 players are on a server, FYI. The HUD just needs a reset. And then they'll magically appear, so no concerns there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm actually directly logged into the game, so I didn't even notice. Get wrecked. Config, he has an M4 and a flash and Kevlar. No helmet, no kit. So, still has a flash grenade to use if he needs it. Playing from ramp right now, though. He's just looking for a fight.
Cadian fishing towards the ramp. And in they go. There's a flashbang.
Whoa.
And Tessus just hasn't seen Config. Again, Complexity need all these little edges. All these little edges will do them.
Man. At this point, they're just praying that they win this round because then they can actually afford full nades.
There he is.
He has magically reappeared. There we go. But if they can just not lose anybody here, this would be utterly fantastic for Complexity. Yeah. They can actually afford full nades, and they can really start to get their defense on track.
Oh, again, the same position where they lost 3 players, and they will lose at least 2 of them once more. And of course, JKS is here, tagged through the wall, but Cadian has got a lot more to do. 20 seconds to go, and does he try and just get out of here? A little damage. Where can he run to? He's being hunted a little bit. Complexity really kind of need to keep their money together. Don't want to risk too many weapons here. But indeed, it will be a second round for Complexity, and Heroic, their money's not great right now.
Complexity, I mean, as far as Complexity are concerned, though, killing Cadian is moot. Staying alive, getting these AKs, being able to afford full nades, that's the big picture play here for Complexity. JKS can drop a gun for Config, and he still afford to get his nades. and Complexity are going to be very well equipped for the first time, it feels like. In a long time, they're going to have everything they need here. And on the side of Heroic, it's a little bit more touch and go. It's a bit more awkward. Yeah, okay, I was about to say it's a good time for them to call a timeout, and they have done it. So tactical timeout called here for Heroic, and they get to kind of sit here and think. I mean, you can go for the half buy and just play off of Cadian's AWP if you want. Flatten out the money a little bit. Refresh has got plenty to drop deagles for everybody. Or you just go all out.
Oh, I like it.
Or you just go all out.
High pressure.
Bold plays here from Heroic. They do not want to let Complexity get established. Don't want to let Complexity get comfortable here. No confidence allowed for Complexity.
See if they change the pace. Still offer a fast play in towards A, or what their intentions are. They've got a good level of grenades. Of course, they've got a HE for the squeaky door once again, and a smoke to create some space. Cadian posted up on the outside, but Poison is by T-Red. Swing and a hit. Looking for a response from the silo, but nobody's there just yet. Not peeking anyway. There is somebody there, actually.
Yeah, it's such a dangerous situation. When you see that smoke go up, you have to realize that something nasty is coming your way. And Refresh getting caught just does not help things for Heroic. And now Complexity, I mean, that is just perfect positioning from Config. Absolutely murders Heroic as they go through that smoke. Cadian now once again, just the man alone. 1v5, nobody even pushing on Complexity's side. We could just be sitting here for a minute now.
Seen 2 multi-frags for JKS, and there's one for Config as well. Just playing close to the smokes. The tricks from Heroic not quite working out at present. Complexity now 500 HP. And they will get some much-needed money in about 45 seconds. It's going to be a long 45 seconds, though.
It is.
I don't have any more hot tub talk.
We just have to chill. Get the hot tub. Relax for a minute. Kick the feet up.
So if Cadian has a good spawn in the next round, perhaps they throw a HE at Squeaky and he has a look towards main?
This certainly is an option. You can go outside as well. I mean, if Poison is going to be combat opping out here, you can try and punish that if you're Cadian. Could see if Poison tries to go for that again. That or your post up and look to see if Config is going to play Secret again. And you can get that kind of kill going. There's several options for if you have that AWP on the T side for opening picks. And so Complexity playing very passively, really building that bank now. This is fantastic as far as Complexity are concerned. This is, you know, they've just been held underwater for so long. They're finally getting to breathe some air here. Getting the full nades. And yeah, so Refresh was playing conservatively there, but still got punished.
See how ready he was for that one, Config. Expectant. Complexity have won every round by timeout. This is kind of unusual. Let's see. Cadian with the AWP early. There's no HE grenade for Squeaky Door.
Same smoke going down, though, this time. And this time it's BlameF out holding aggro. But this is what they do. Complexity really favor having the smoke by Big Red like this, or at the boxes that Refresh got killed at last round. So it's definitely one of their go-to favored strategies, and it just slows things down because now Heroic have to worry about somebody lurking around here.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Cadian to try and get an entry, but these smoke grenades will be a nuisance for a while. I'm not sure if Refresh saw just a smidgen of BlameF towards T-Red, but he is having a constant look. Yeah, there's little reason for BlameF to overexpose himself from Tessus's angle. JKS showing some presence as well. You can see BlameF can still peek to the side of T-Red without exposing himself to Refresh or Tessus. And they see nothing outside. Finally, the smoke's dissipating and Cadian has an opportunity to peek. It's been waiting this long and there's 45 seconds left. Another question is, however, with a full buy coming in the next round, he won't have enough for an AWP if he loses this one. BlameF finally deleted by Refresh, but how much risk do they invest with this gun? You can see the pistoling players are leading, and Cadian's here to try and clean up. On the way down he goes, 4 versus 3, and we've got a lurker in hut, I do believe. Config now making his way in 20 seconds. Cadian trying to get into position, bomb's been planted, pulls the weapon out, Cadian misses though, swinging with the knife, not quite going to make it, and that's the AWP lost. 1 versus 3, Refresh going down the vents with an AK-47, but mean, he could do some more damage, I suppose. But he could also buy an AWP for his teammate next round if he held on to that AK-47. Prioritizing the kills. Won't get any more on this occasion.
Tessus can drop one, but then he wouldn't have any nades. Unless he went for just Kevlar, no helmet. And it's just looking like Caden's going to be left out in the cold. No AWP for Caden in the coming round. He's going to go for the UMP, Kevlar, and the full nades. No, not quite the full nades. Skimping, just a touch.
Yeah, I would have liked to. I mean, again, there's no one correct answer, but I would like to have seen the AK held on to drop a rifle for Cadian of some description. But how about this? The UMP has its own play, and JKS is deleted very fast. That was a Rops-esque play. Very quickly into main, and Cadian looks to do more. I'm not sure if he detects 2 players in hell. This is a fast-moving round. Config deleted, Molotovs in heaven, poison forced forward, but there are angles to be held. How does he escape that with a kill?
That's crazy, what a shot. Bomb's gonna get picked up though, and they are now in control of the situation here, Heroic. That change of pace, man, that element of chaos, we've seen it work for them in the past, where you just kind of ratchet it up and you count on your guys to hit the shots. You do have superior firepower to what Complexity have to offer, so, you know, getting into chaotic situations like this, you would think, is the way to go for Heroic. Poison now, he's going to be in a real rough spot. Guess what? Surprise, surprise. Easy shot. Shush actually has an A.
Oh, dear.
That was a little bit awkward. Now they've got 2 AWPs.
2 AWPs on the T side of Nuke.
And Shush is like, well, hold on. Okay, refresh, you're going to get it. Okay, cool. And then he throws it away, and then they're like, wait a second.
Yeah, it's hard to argue to just drop one and buy 4 AKs as well. So this may make the round really, really weird. We've got 4 AWPs on Nuke. What is happening? Very strange affair.
Madness.
Here's the peak I was talking about previously. Very hard to see through the dirt, kicked up by a HE grenade and the Molotovs as well. Molly into the vent, just JKS maybe had intention. He'll go by the vent instead. Spray from Blameth. And he falls back. Despite the 2 AWPs, it seems to be a fast-moving round. A deep Molotov that will force Poison to concede his position. And up they go again. What is the ultimate play here? What can Blameth do? He's got the M4 in heaven, so he may see some information, but he'll need some good bursts in order to get some kills here.
Oh, we're getting the smokes down again. Blameth gonna spot him. Fortunately for him, a kill would have been fantastic. They're way ahead in terms of damage. But now Heroic are in a position to actually collapse onto this upper site.
48 seconds remain. Complexity, well, everybody running low on grenades. Config still hunting outside with the second AWP. And Shush will elevate his position as well. This is looking kind of scary for Complexity, but they just need the frags to go their way. Config still now looking towards the ramp. This one's going to escalate quickly once that flashbang comes through. Suddenly we've got 2 players in heaven. They may not detect both of them. Now they know, but where can they stand? Look at all the grenades, got all the junk being thrown in. 13 seconds and 4 frags are required. The bomb's been dropped into the site, 9 seconds on the clock. JK is down to the pistol, trying to just keep that crossfire, and Storn is alone. Falling back with the AWP. And the 2 AWPs, well, they got great position, but just didn't get the duels going their way, Heroic. Credit to Complexity, that was very scary situation for them. They had the personnel, though, they got the trade frags.
It was all about keeping their cool in that situation, Complexity, and not going to peek for information. I mean, this is where it works, right? When you give up all of the room, if you're going to play that strategy, Complexity, you need to hit all of your shots when the execute comes through. And, well, that's how it can look. You know, if you hit all of your shots, it can be that easy. So smoke's going out already. Refresh on point. There's the flash, full blind. Nice 1 for 1.
But the main push is on the outside. Heroic creeping now as Complexity look to defend the A bomb site. Now that they see that no one else is there, what do they read from this situation? Do they rotate off? Blamef seems to have a strong angle. Good for 1 at the very least. But here comes the trade and more information. Rush now will spot the bomb. Cadian looking to do something about it. Barrel of the gun surely seen by Shush. Collects the bomb, but he's 1 versus 3. 2 AWP still persist. 12 HP. As he falls back towards lobby, it seems. See, Config is on the hunt as well. Now, Shush could be in a few places, could be on his way to hell, could be going down secret. It's very uncertain for Complexity. So I'd imagine they'll keep moving around the CT side. Config has a nice angle for the entrance into lobby. That'll certainly help, and the score will be tied. 6-6. You have to say advantage Heroic for getting this many rounds on their T side so far.
Yeah, you keep. I mean, it just goes to show what you expect when you see Heroic play. That you're thinking, oh man, only 6 rounds. You know, what's the matter, right? When this is still Nuke and they are still on T side, and these have been very close rounds. So Complexity, it's an interesting situation, but still they're managing to get the job done. The majority of them won their own timeouts. Nice HE. Config at risk of getting overwhelmed. No duck hunt.
Oh boy, this is very interesting indeed. 2 AWPs collected. JKS has got a 1v1 of Tess as he could get a better of it, but Cadian's got a right position, right place, right time. Blameth and Rush have an opportunity. There's no Kevlar, save for Storm. Rush now, walking through. Could have been 2. Blameth on the ramp, 1 versus 3. This is a poor situation for Complexity in terms of numbers, in terms of money. And he needs to hold on to this AK. Heroic are moving to 7. And having broken the money of Complexity, a 9-6 becomes more realistic. I'm sure they'll like to switch out one of these AWPs for an AK-47 though, or similar. Because 2 ops T side of Nuke is an acquired taste, let's say.
All of this off the back of a weird buy coming in from Heroic, and the fact that they actually managed to make it work again. It just feels like Heroic really just thrive in the chaos. I feel like they just need to really just try and keep the pace turned up to 11 against Complexity right now, because when they slow it down, Complexity are the ones who seem to be happy in that sort of situation where they can kind of sit and hold angles and play from the site. If Heroic can just take the fight to them in these all-out aggressive rounds, I mean, they're channeling their old Danes. You know, the Danes didn't really sit around at home much. They were kind of out there wrecking people. And that's kind of what the play style the play style that seems to fit Heroic the most right now. Seems to be the all-out aggression. So this should really shape up nicely here for Heroic on this T side, especially now that Complexity are going to be in a save situation here.
Again, a hero rifle for the CT side of Complexity in the hands of Blameth on this occasion. Have not been as successful as we saw on Mirage.
Nice attempt. Some good damage dealt. Config just barely surviving. But there it is. Cadian gets rewarded for his patience. Catches Config on the peak. And this is just the stack. Complexity are just waiting, hoping against hope that Heroic come around the corner into lobby. Into that hut.
Playing the clock at the moment are Heroic, but again, things have not always been perfect when they've been playing the long game in rounds such as this. JKS has been spotted, quietly falling off the hut. Cadian will deal with him. He did not have much to offer. Blameth does, however, wherever he might be.
Good opportunity here.
Back of the side. 44 seconds, and there's a time to clean up the mess. Time to trade, only 1 play lost for Heroic. They move to the last round of the first half now as Complexity come back through for a bye. So we'll see how it looks and how many rifles Heroic will bring forward. It will be the 4 AK-47s. I think I saw an SMG on the floor, but that will not be utilized in this round. JKS limited to just a UMP. There are no defuse kits for Complexity as well. So if it's retake territory, it'll have to be a prompt one.
And here it is, aggression from Poison out in the yard. Let's see. Complexity looking to try and change things up, maybe fight fire with fire. Get out there quick and look for a fight. Poison, will he be rewarded? Oh, misses the shot. That's so unfortunate. And now he's pinned. He is stuck, and they know it because I'm pretty sure that Refresh, no, Tessa saw the gun barrel. Tessus is going to get the catch on BlameF as well, who is trying to get over here to save his mate. And Stavin right now, it's just a matter of time until he gets the angle. Yes, sir. Poison. No surviving that. Out of the picture.
Yeah, this is looking juicier and juicier for Heroic. 5 versus 3, Complexity compelled to try and find an advantage, find an edge in this round. But one by one, they fall. JKS with the UMP, Config with the M4A4. Cadian peeks every so often, just chilling there with the bomb. Just waited for Complexity one by one. They've been served exactly what they were looking for. Config now up the vent he goes, and down got a chances for that final round. 9-6 at half time for Heroic. They move into the CT side with a very strong scoreline. The second pistol comes after the break. Complexity, T-side, 6 rounds. It is going to be a difficult road ahead, but not impossible. By no means. 2 HEs in the hands of Heroic. Shush and Tessus with high explosive grenades on the CT side. Where will they be headed? I would love to know. Oh, towards the ramp! Oh, no! It doesn't really do a whole hell of a lot. Will eliminate Rush, though, and that's quite something. 5 versus 4 given for that. Config chasing through hell. Will it be a play towards heaven? Shush in a very awkward spot. 2 coming his way. Config now having a look to see the climate outside, and it is sunny. I can report. 4 versus 4. Complexity moving to the high ground of A. Starting to swing now, the bomb has been dropped. That is them committed to CZ, doing great work in the hands of Cadian. That leaves BlameF with 6 HP, running out of bullets, running out of time. 10 rounds for Heroic, but will there be a force buy?
I think not. I mean, because for Complexity now, with no bomb plant, you should really just be trying to save money so that you can get a decent buy with some rifles in the next round. So we are going to see a force buy. Complexity, really? I don't know. That speaks to a lack of faith in your belief, a lack of faith in your strategies. You know, just going for the force buys kind of just feels like you're throwing a chance to the wind with the Deagles instead of saying, okay, we're going to get rifles, we're going to get some nades, we've practiced this, we'll get that done in the next round. Nice HE from main onto poison. That really just did a chunk of damage.
Storm looking for some shadows, but he will miss the one that's past him already. BlameF now behind enemy lines. Went off for any fruit though, as we can see. Storm now, he's got the shadow warning, but still falls. Rush has the bomb. He has a Desert Eagle. He has 3 players to find. He needs an ace. He hears the reload. That'll give him some positional information. Well, there we go. 2 more to go. MP9 and the Deagle heading towards the B bomb site, 25 HP. That is a very clean Karambit we see. But how clean will the round be? They really need it. Would be quite the ace from him. Here's one in the vent. Deagle is out once again. Closes the decon door, but which side is he on? That's a question. Shush. This is an interesting duel, actually. The Deagle at some range versus the auto shotgun with a tighter spread, but Shush will head in another direction. There's no defuse kit for these final 2 players, and this is taking a while to clear the bomb site, so things are getting a bit interesting. The door is open, misses the shot, just about the shoulder there for Rush, and it will be an 11th round for Heroic. Don't let go of that E button. Again, there is no kit.
Yeehaw. Are they going to be able to get any of these guns? FAMAS picked up by Tessis. And they have the Argon Shush. Well done, well done. Saving the expensive rifles, bringing those into the next round here. Nicely done here by Cadian to kick things off at the very beginning. And it was Rush. This was his round. A bomb plant as well, man. I think now, yes, now they're going to go for the half-eye. It's an eco round coming in here from Complexity. This is going to allow for Heroic to get up to 12 rounds, or should, you know, barring some crazy madness coming through here. Whoa, stylish. Quick run boost, and Poison would have just materialized on your screen there. Unfortunately for him, nobody is on the other side to greet him. Stavin just now making his way through the tunnels below. Should be able to actually get a pretty decent timing here. Rush watching for just this.
Again, Complexity happy to try and play on the potential curiosity of the CT side, but Heroic will wait. Poison will painful exit in round number 18. Storm appears at the right time, playing off that distraction, and suddenly there were 2. Config and JKS. Clean HE through the door at the feet of Config, sends him into the ceiling. Oh, there's another one for JKS as well. And again, if a grenade hits you and then explodes and you have no Kevlar, it can do 101 damage in 2 hits.
You're done. That hurts. But this is some very nice play coming in from here from Heroic, not really giving Complexity any chances. And as soon as the peak comes through, it's the 1-2 combination, right? Cadian draws the attention to himself. Flank comes through, and Heroic murk him. This is going to be it, though. Complexity now. Big HE out into the yard. Massive damage onto BlameF and Config. That is going to be so frustrating for him. Once again, they're trying to get out there to create a little bit of room, and instead they just take a whole lot of shrapnel. Cadian the Mad Lad. Dude, the timing!
I think he saw a shoe there. There we go. That's why you don't wear Crocs. More T's in the lobby.
Whoa.
I love the outrageousness of that. He's got Tessis as well, but he just starts to poke and prod, and he's actually going to land a kill eventually. 3-on-3, and there's an aggressive incendiary to stop a push into A. But they may want this. So 2 of the players there. Looks away, Shush, and still delivers the kill. I can't believe it. 3 versus 2. Rush downstairs with the bomb now. Alone, however. BlameF looking to catch that rotation. There is a smoke up, and Refresh will go down quietly. Where
He
is
might not
BlameF?
expect this, will he? The second one, though, that is a massive, unbelievable. Rush actually gets that kill on Refresh. Not often that Refresh drops the ball.
Oh, it's a defuse. He's got a kill as well. Oh my god, 0.07. Storm can do nothing about it. Or can he? 2 smokes up. And a perfect lineup for him. He's got a kit as well. Very back and forth affair on the B bomb site. Good start from Heroic. Love the aggression. 13-6. Complexity have so much work to do. The bomb plant will give them some bonus money. Looking for their first round still. But it was a great start to this round from Cadian.
Dude, Stalin losing his mind in the camera there as well during that clutch. Look at this. Just perfect. Impeccable stuff from Stalin.
Oh, goddamn. That's a massive pop-off.
Nah, he is. I mean, they just, at this point, I mean, Heroic are just looking to smash Complexity. Complexity, they've got enough money for the buy in this round. It's not the end of days yet. Rush could drop the AWP for Poison, but Poison goes for the Galil, so I think it's just going to be a full buy across the board for everybody. And there's a lot of frustration here for Complexity. They're going out in yard, they're getting punished, and they're making it down to the lower bomb site, but can they have a clean upper take here? I mean, Heroic are just really not really respecting them at all. Cadian with that aggressive lobby push from ramp with the AWP. I mean, Heroic, that was a round where it's really frustrating because twice, it just, you know, the guy's just barely around the corner. You're not quite seeing him. They force the issue, and yet they still win the round. Here we go. AGs once again out of the yard. And a big win there for Cadian.
Wow, who needs the AWP? Cadian charging forward with the M4A4. Just can't be expecting this. Will they respond towards the ramp? TeSeS alone here. Reload is heard and they'll push off of that. He's got to get out of here immediately. I think that money might be a little too high, but he isolates the fight and delivers. Falls back and he's got help now. Breaking the glass of control. Won't expect Cadian. Oh my god, he's gone from outside to the B bomb site, giving his team a man advantage, and Storm will make it even worse. Config now 1 versus 3. He has time, that's about it. The glass being broken gives him an option. I'm not sure if Storm's aware of this, but he's starting to go up the stairs. There are 2 of them. He's just spotted one of them there. Config, things are escalating quickly. Has no idea where Shush is. Maybe a communication error there from Heroic. Didn't consider control.
The waiting game now between these two. Shush may be gaming himself, yeah. As that bomb gets planted, he's going to realize.
Bomb has been planted.
No kiss on Shush. There may be one on the site. Config. I don't know if that sound cue was heard. Perhaps not. Hasn't seen Shush just yet. Clearing control. All the usual places. Sound cues are heard now. Smoke on the bomb. Config getting into position. Doors being opened. Kit has been collected. Got to get on it though. Config giving himself some verticality, some flashbangs as well. Actually eats it. Oh, just getting there as well. Not standing in the smoke. Config all over the place. All around the smoke grenade, just finding the angle. And that is the first round on the board for Complexity.
First round in this half after 4 rounds in a row for Heroic. Heroic just continuing to extend their lead. And again, opening kills for Heroic, and yet we're getting into these tight situations, and it's the individuals making the difference here for Complexity. The team as a whole is struggling. BlameF in particular really dragging right now. 6 kills for him, but Config refuses to say die. He performed well on Mirage, and now we're seeing him come to the fore here on Nuke.
Fast play outside from Complexity. See the force buy from Heroic, AWP and an M4. The guest stars, along with the Desert Eagles. And BlameF maybe just Wing a little too far there. Spotted 2 players. There's grenade damage as well, and area control with the smoke grenade. That's a 3rd rifle to be collected, I'm sure. TeSeS picked it up. That's exactly what Heroic needed. 5 versus 4. Oh man, it goes from bad to worse now. Complexity just out of sorts versus Heroic on Nuke. They are everywhere, Heroic. It just continues. There's the opening kill. It's 2 versus 4 now. So much work for Complexity to do. Seems they have the A bomb site. We can see the 3-man on road. The Deagle player will lead the charge. The riflers can look to trade. JKS has so many angles to hold. Lobby, main, the vent as well. Not sure if that reload was heard, but he is somewhat surrounded. It's getting awkward for him now. There's the trade frag, and up the ladder goes TeSeS. Config 1 versus 3. Deleted by TeSeS. 14-7. Heroic with double the score now of Complexity.
Not this time. Not this time, Config, unfortunately, in this 1v3. And Cadian with the hero op, again, getting that kill outside, really making it happen. TeSeS Dude is just a nutter. He can do so much damage so consistently, but again, look at it. I mean, as far as Heroic are concerned, everybody doing work. There's no real weakness for Complexity to exploit. Everywhere Complexity goes, they're running into a wall. Kind of similar to earlier with FPX. Rip. Oh, 14-7, Force Spike coming in here from Complexity, and we can see if they go out to Yard again. I think Cadian has got a good spawn. Exactly, put some HEs outside again, trying to do some damage. But he is read accurately. He had read accurately there was going to be a presence at Squeak. But he decides to peel off.
All right, then a wall of smoke outside, but an executes inside, and Shush is ready for the opening kill. And the second one, that's the bomb. The third one deleted as well. Shush looking for the ace. Cadian steals the fourth one, however. But again, Complexity just not being given anything on this T side. Heroic starving them of opportunity. Did not really react to that wall of smoke on the outside. Simple enough fake, but seems that Heroic could smell the forgery. Playing at 6-16, just walking to his doom, and again, Heroic find themselves with multiple match points.
No, we're going to get a quick pause called. Tech pause getting called here by Complexity. So we'll see what comes of this, as apparently one of the players is experiencing a bit of a hiccup. So hopefully we can get that squared away quickly here.
Well then.
They're speaking in Danish. I should understand it, but not quite there.
Your lip reader?
No, I'm reading the chat.
Oh,
James.
that's an easier way to do it.
No, I'm not a lip reader.
$3,500 average for Complexity. And they need all the rounds of, well, so far they've only got one in this half. So I think it's fair to say that the odds are against them.
We're going to get a quick reboot here. Poison going to get back online in a second. I mean, match point, 8 of them for Heroic. Complexity, they came so close. Double overtime on Mirage, the first map. So close to winning their map pick. It didn't go their way. Woo! Let's go, Cadian.
Oh, we're going to get banned on Twitch?
Yep, get it. That's it.
Oh, dear.
Tarek,
Does that mean
jelly
we have to
right
go in the
now.
hot tub section?
Tarek is jelly right now. He's like, wait, what? But Twitch said we couldn't do that anymore. Unfortunately, no.
See more of Cadian than I wanted to.
There we go. Got the Heroic jersey on. Let's get it. Time to focus up and get to work. Countdown has begun. We're going to get back in the action. Match point for Heroic, and we are live. AWP in the hands of Cadian. And as far as Complexity are concerned, it's Galils across the board just so they can afford some grenades to work with.
5 Galils. That's such a rare sight. Galil Simulator 2021. Well then, I hope you've been practicing Complexity. This spray pattern. Harder for some than others. Oh, refresh. That's not a good place to stand. Increased armor penetration on the Galil versus an M4A4, for example. Always the notable thing about the Galil. Some of what little utility Complexity have deployed on the outside once more. This time they'll have config creeping at the very least. Rush will throw a bomb to his teammate and head out with him. An expedition, perhaps to a potential split of the A-bomb site. You can see a defense at the rear from Heroic. Some flashbang. I'm sure there'll be chain flashes as well. Exactly. Shush each second one, but the molly will slow things down on the hut side of things. But from the other side, there'll be problems. Cadian can't avoid getting traded here. We see a rotation now from the ramp. Just a one kill for Heroic in this round.
Really
Honey's
nice
not great.
spacing. Really nice spacing there. Just impossible. Rifle, AWP, whatever you had there, you were probably just only going to get the one guy and not be able to do much more than that. So very well done. Thing of beauty there from Complexity. The last round, they ran an execute onto the upper site and got obliterated. This time around, they make a few adjustments in terms of the nade timings, and it works out wonderfully.
Heroic have not got all the money in the world. They actually, if they save these 2 rifles, then they may be okay for the most part. Complexity win only their 2nd round in this half, and they require 7 more. It's a long road to victory or even survival, to be honest, for Complexity. Not victory quite yet. They are trying to play for Inferno.
Yeah, Shush can drop a gun. He can drop the AWP for Cadian and still be able to get fully equipped. And so this is still going to be a very powerful buy here for Heroic. Complexity now going to be the ones that we're wondering what they are capable of. It's such a weird thing that Complexity have just fallen out of the meta on Nuke. Used to be a really strong map for them. Still is. I mean, 60-something% win rate on it. But against Heroic, I think it's more to do with what's going on in their heads than anything. Not quite playing with the conviction necessary. Cadian getting clever, gonna get that secret push. Let's see if he can find BlameF lurking out here.
Airstrike into A, but nobody is home. Cadian is elsewhere. He has Do Not Disturb sign on.
I see. So BlameF holds there just in the hopes that somebody's going to play aggressively when he sees those 3 HEs going in. But nothing. All right, lobby push from Complexity, and it may just wind up right over here.
How far does it go, Cadian?
All the way. Let's go, Cadian. Dude, a flank, aggro flank combat op. He should get a shot.
Well, let's see if he can get there in time, if he's even required. Just able to try and escape for a second, but it's a nice shot from Poison. Cadian now in quick scope territory, spots BlameF. That's the bomb. That leaves Poison alone now. They know he was towards the hut. The Molotov to make things even worse. That buys time for Tesses to rotate wherever he wants to. Poison in a very bad situation, crossing to T-Vent, has no idea if he's safe or not. Seems like he's not. 16-8 for Heroic, another strong performance on Nuke from them, and Cadian wants you to know that he plays for Heroic.
He certainly does.